Really, guys?
Oh man, you almost got arrested and put on the sex offender list.
There's no way I'd screw things up that bad.
In all seriousness, those bullies got what was coming. I kinda wish you messed them up worse. That way, they'd never bother Koda-san again.
Yeah, but that wouldn't really solve the problem. Not everything can be settled with a fight.
What? Wow, look who's talking.
But that's where those speakers come into play, isn't it?
Yeah, if everything goes as expected.
Hey, you did everything you could, right? So we'll see what tomorrow has in store.
ما شاء الله المايك كان مقفل. يعني ايش احكي لكم عن ذكائي وايش اوصف لكم في ذكائي؟ لو كنت اسولف معاكم ترى من البداية يعني. المهم يلا عادي ما عندكم مشكلة. حقت التاكسي هذه. اي روح هذا اقرب شيء. المهم عادي وش اخباركم؟ صباح الخير. شو مسوين؟ لاحظت انه انقلعوا. يا ربي. او ماي جاد صار يطلعون دم. مرة شفتوا كيف؟ الا انت ايش تشرب؟ فاضيت لك انا. ابلع. خلاص. عجبك كذا؟ بعد انت. اوكي دحين نروح المدرسة. ايش في المدرسة نسيت. اي صح نساعد البنت. توني تذكرت البنت لازم نساعدها. والله انها ضعيفة حزنتني مرة. يا اخي التنمر ايش فيهم الصغار كذا يجيبون الهم. يعني صحيح كان على وقتي في تنمر بس مو كذا ذا التنمر. وتنمرنا طلع كيوت نحنا. بعدين إذا تكلم شخص خلاص يهجد المتنمر. يا كسروا رجلك.
Get your ass up. Come on. Matsune's really not in the mood to deal with your shit today. I'll just eat lunch here, okay? Huh? You're giving us lip now? I guess you won't be needing this stuff then.
We told you to get your ass up, you little slut.
والله ما غيرك أنت يا قليل الأدب.
You're out here living the dream, aren't you?
Enough. Get your
زبايل.
ass up.
يهو.
Fucking hold up, Coda. You should be thanking us for even inviting you to come.
So slow. I can't fucking stand
المشكلة شوفي عددهم 4 أولاد هنا وهذا 5
Well,
6.
damn.
ذولا
So much
كم؟
for my
4.
appetite. You guys are making me sick.
Hey, who the fuck said that?
شوفوا مشكلة كثيرين يعني يقدروا يغلبون دولة ال4 التافهين.
Of course he's talking about you.
Yeah, I've about had it with you punks. This shit's getting old.
The same girl day after day make you feel real big?
Unfucking believable that it takes 3 of them to do the job.
من جد.
Guys, you're taking Coda's side here? You know she's just a whore, right?
You okay, Coda-san?
هذا أنت يا روحي مو هي طبعا.
How low can you
اللي
go?
تقول شيء عن بنت هي فيها.
Isn't gonna win you any points.
Right? Let's hear it for the picture of purity over here.
What the hell?
شوفي أنت تنورتك حتى أقصر منها.
But she can't take it. Hope the boys are watching.
What?
What the fuck, man? If you want to talk shit, say it to my face.
What part of this don't you understand?
Yeah. You know what, guys? It's true. You guys just need to leave her alone.
He's right. He's totally right. What's your problem with her anyway?
Yeah, Coda didn't do anything wrong, guys.
Exactly. So back off Coda-san already.
Stop acting like little punks.
When you guys going to lunch, go choke on a chopstick.
Oh, how does it feel now?
Just get going, would you?
Yeah. Toss them out.
What in the hell is going on here?
Watson. Fuck this.
Yeah. Let's just go.
شفتوا؟ خلاص زي كذا تنحل الأمور يعني. بعدين ملك صلاح. البنت وسخة لما مسخة ملك صلاح.
They all knew what was going on in there now. It can be hard to speak up even when you know something happened.
لقافة
right in
أعوذ
front of you
بالله.
that's wrong. Not so different from adults, right?
يب.
Akemi-san, was everything we just witnessed part of your plan?
It's just
Yep.
psychology. There's this concept called the bystander effect.
ماي جاد طلعت أفكاري فعالة. أوه ماي جاد. لا لا أنا شكلي بسوي دروس وشروحات وكذا.
If no one else acts, it must not be urgent. Two,
جد.
if no one else acts, I don't have to take action either. And 3, if I take action alone, I'll embarrass myself. The result? Everybody stands there and nobody takes action.
من جد.
I just figured if I could get even one person to step up and raise their voice, it would spur the rest of them to push past their inability to act.
حرفيا صادق مرة جد يعني. لما يتحرك شخص يتغير شيء. يعني مستحيل الكل يقعد ثابتين يلا نتفرج على ذولا. اوكي نحن خايفين. طيب تمام خايفين بس لما يتحرك شخص الكل يتحرك. ومشكلة أغلب في الصف كانوا إيش؟ يعني أولاد حتى مو بنات يعني يقدروا الواحد يسوي شيء يتحرك. بنيته الجسدية أقوى. مداهم دفع البنت. يعني 3 معاهم بنت كمان يعني ضد بنت.
They're gone. You should be safe from them for a while.
من جد والله. إن الكل زي كذا وقف مع بعض ما استمر التنمر لفترات طويلة. وصل بعض الناس للانتحار.
What do you say we monitor the situation for now? Might not be wise for adults to intervene just yet.
I suppose your plan has worked out for the better. But it should be teachers and administrators handling these matters, not detectives.
You know what? I couldn't agree more.
Then if you'll excuse me.
قلت مفروض المدرسين وذولا المشرفين وما ادري هم اللي يسوون الاكشن هذا مو انت المحقق. قام قال لها اي ما اقدر اختلف معك اكثر من كذا.
She thinks we're some bums off the street trying to meddle in academic affairs.
من جد.
Well then, I apologize on her behalf. But Yagami-san, that was some magic you worked there. Hard to admit this at my age, but I learned quite a bit from what you did.
I wouldn't go that far.
Good stuff, Yagami-san.
Naturally. I knew you would deliver.
ياغامي. تاك. الحب حقي. مين؟
Sorry.
جندلا اوفيس. ليش دق علي؟
This is Yagami.
This is Shirosaki. Do you have a minute?
يب عندي كل الوقت.
Sure.
إلا ذولا عندي الوقت كله لهم.
It concerns a trial we've been involved with.
Listen, sorry-san. I'm a little busy. I don't know if I can take a rush job at the moment.
يا هو أنا قلت كل وقت لهم يعني غصبا عن خشمك تسوي هذا.
I'm helping Sugiura out with a case for his new agency. We're on site right now. At Seiryo High School.
بس صح لازم نحل المشكلة هذه أول شيء.
Sorry-san? You there?
Seiryo High? Somewhere near Yijincho? Is that the school?
No. إيش السالفة؟
Have you heard of it?
A college-age student teacher from that school went missing about 2 months ago.
Oh my god.
It was all very sudden.
Huh. I think I heard something about that, actually.
He himself was a Seiryo High graduate. He'd returned to his alma mater to finish his teaching credential.
Just a sec. How do you know so much about this?
The teacher's name is Hiro Mikoshiba, and his body was discovered a few days ago. They found him in one of Ijincho's abandoned buildings.
الميت طلع أستاذ.
The body was badly decomposed, but Kanagawa police have just released his identity. Moments ago, in fact.
Moments ago?
Oh my god.
It's gonna end today?
معقول المتنمرين قتلوه؟
Someone else knew Mikoshiba was dead before the police even confirmed it. A sex offender, Akihiro Ehara. I defended him in court. The day Mikoshiba disappeared, Ehara was arrested at the station for groping. He's also an active duty officer.
So you're saying he committed the murder too?
No.
No,
The
مستحيل.
victim was still alive while Ehara was at the station in Tokyo committing sexual battery. He was caught and arrested on the spot. And he's been in jail for the 2 months since.
So if I have this right, he has an alibi for the murder?
Right. But
مقرف.
there's more to it. A few days ago, someone lit flares at the location of Mikoshiba's body. It obviously couldn't have been Ehara, so I suspect that's the real culprit. But whoever that is somehow connected to Ehara.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's no other way he could have known about the body.
من جد.
Exactly. There's clearly more to Ehara than an officer turned groper. More than likely, he's an accomplice.
يعني في شيء كبير قاعد يصير. في شيء كبير قاعد يصير خلف الكواليس.
So do we have a motive?
4 years ago, Ehara's only son hung himself in their home. He was a student at Seiryo High at the time. And the way Ehara sees it, his death was the result of bullying at the hands of his classmate, Mikoshiba.
You mean it's revenge? In that case, could he possibly have hired someone else to kill the guy in his stead?
It's highly likely. As for my request, I'd like to see what you can find out. Mikoshiba's murder is too suspicious. Up until today, I wrote Ehara off as just another train groper. But he got arrested for that on the exact day that Mikoshiba was killed. It can't be a coincidence.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better alibi than being arrested for a different crime, right? Otherwise, the cops would have pinned him as suspect number 1.
But groping as an alibi? Why go to all that trouble? There had to have been a better way than that. I'm worried. As his
من
attorney,
جد
I
بعدين
have to
هو
admit there's a chance Ihara
شرطي
planned this,
سابق
which means I've
مدري
made a
شرطي.
critical oversight. Even worse, I let a misguided court issue a verdict. I can't allow that to stand. I need to reconsider both the harassment and the murder. Because I think the truth is these cases are one and the same.
يب حتى أنا أحسها مرتبطة ببعض القضيتين. انتحار أول شيء الولد بسبب التنمر، بعدين الأستاذ اللي انقتل شكله عرف شيء.
And the first thing we should focus on is how and why he disappeared. That could give us a lead.
يب كيف اختفى؟ شهرين اختفى بعدين حصله ميت.
Consider it an official request if you would.
Okay, I'm on it. No
Yep.
better feeling than when the jobs line up perfectly.
اي والله. اوكي اتوقع خلص الشابتر الاول. Last Judgment.
Ijincho, Yokohama. A harbor town where rotting secrets rarely stay uncovered. The deceased was a
راح
student
أشيل
teacher who had vanished from a high
الملخص طبعا تعرفونه يعني ما يحتاج. مع ان بعض الناس ما يتابعون الحلقة الأولى مثلا يتابعون الحلقة الثانية يشوفون الملخص. بعض الناس يحبون الملخص أو تصدقوك خليته. خلاص إن شاء الله الفيديوهات المقاطع الجاية خلي الملخص لكم. عشان اللي ما في حيل يشوف المقطع الأول يشوف المقطع كله كامل وكذا يعني والتفاعلات معه. خلاص شوف الملخص هاي قصة أيوة الجزء الأول كذا يلا خلاص يلا نكمل الجزء الثاني.
Akihiro Ihara, age 53, senior officer with Tokyo PD, convicted of sexual battery. He'd been stationed in Shinjuku and lived alone in Tokyo. That is, until his arrest.
Lived alone? Unmarried then?
His wife moved to Yokohama without him 7 years ago, when their son Toshiro started at Seiryo High. Toshiro-kun ended up taking his life in his 3rd year. That's 4 years ago if you're counting.
And the couple never reconciled, huh?
Apparently his wife wanted nothing to do with him from that point on. That's it for personal details.
All right.
As for the charge, Ihara's maintained his innocence. We've had no luck getting him to budge. Mind you, the prosecution has plenty against him. Security camera surveillance, eyewitness footage, even trace evidence gathered on scene.
كل شيء ضده.
Footage the media was plastering on TV?
Yes, although some of it was edited for privacy or length, but it painted a clear enough picture.
Hard to dispute something you can see right in front of you.
True.
And what about when they handed down the verdict? Ihara flew off the handle or something?
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Your Honor, in a warehouse, about 3 days ago, a body turned up in Yokohama. The body belongs to a guy named Hiro Mikoshiba. 4 years ago, this man took my son from me by driving him to commit suicide.
Oh my god.
Ihara seemed convinced
سامعين ايش قال؟
had bullied his son, and to get his justice,
قال انه الأستاذ
took Seiryo High to court.
اتوقع الأستاذ
However, the court ruled against
هو اللي خلى
him.
ولده
There was no
ينتحر.
substantial evidence of bullying.
كيف كذا؟ والله صحيح بعض الأساتذة يعني الله يهديهم يعني يكرهون الواحد في الحياة وفي المدرسة وفي الدراسة.
Who?
The chairman of Seiryo High himself.
Are you talking about me?
Yep.
I don't know how you pull these things off, Yagami-san. But let me give you a word of caution.
I'm listening.
Mikoshiba's murder hasn't been made public yet, so please don't go around talking about it, especially at his school. The Kanagawa police will investigate the school soon enough. And if they find out everyone already knows...
They'd show us the door, lock it behind them, and probably charge us with obstruction.
Exactly. Oh, and before I send you Mikoshiba's photo, there's one last thing you should know.
What's that?
Ihara's ruling was the day before yesterday. That means we only have 13 more days to potentially file an appeal.
Oh my god بس قدامنا 13 يوم. اوكي نحن قد وقت. Yagami always win.
And once his case is closed, it would take a miracle to get it reopened. Even if there had been a critical oversight.
Right.
I'm sorry to give you a time limit instead of a viable solution.
Don't worry. I'll have to make do.
اوكي لو انقفلت قضيته وصار الحكم نهائي راح يصير صعب نرجع نفك القضية مرة ثانية، يعني نقدم استئناف للمحكمة، فلازم نتصرف. او ماي جاد، حلو الأستاذ، هذا هو الأستاذ اللي قتلوه، الله ياخذهم، قللوا عد الحلوين. اوكي هو هذا صح الأستاذ ولا الطالب ذا؟ اسمه هيرو ميكوشيبا. والله أحس إنه يعني استغفر الله ما أحلف، بس أحس إنه الأستاذ هذا هو ساعد الطالب، كان بيساعد الطالب وشاف شيء وعرف في شيء وكان يحقق في شيء وعرفوا عنه، عشان كذا ذبحه. أنا كذا عندي إحساسي ما يخيب، الحمد لله.
May I help you with something, Yagami-san?
Yep.
You sure can. Only thing is, where to start? Remember how you told me about a student teacher went missing?
Oh,
This is him, right? Hiro Mikoshiba.
How do you have that photo? Yes, that's him.
I'd like to ask a bit about him in relation to a separate investigation.
What is it you need to know? Did something happen to him?
I'm afraid I can't give you any details. This request comes from a very close colleague. I'm sure you understand. It's a matter of detective-client privilege. I know that isn't much consolation, but if it's any comfort, I would never disclose anything about your case either.
But don't you see? Mikoshiba-kun was officially reported missing. Please, can you tell me something?
I promise.
No.
I'll tell you everything I can when I can. But for now, let me ask the questions.
من جد.
Very well. Go ahead.
I'll start with the basics. Mikoshiba-kun was a graduate here, correct? And that's why he came back to train as a teacher?
That's correct.
How long was he supposed to be here?
3 weeks, originally. He'd nearly finished his time with us. But one day he simply stopped coming. It was as if all was well. Then suddenly...
اوكي هو كان يدرس هنا ورجع جا هنا.
That's how I'd heard it.
Were you two not that close?
No. We'd had barely exchanged a word since he arrived.
Yep.
Wasn't there a pretty dark rumor about Mikoshiba-kun 4 years back? Something about how he drove a student to suicide?
You mean what was dredged up online? Yes, I'm aware of it. However, in the subsequent lawsuit, that rumor was put to rest. The court found no evidence of bullying.
But you had your doubts, didn't you? So you called on us to take a deeper look.
Well, yes. But let's not get confused. The tragedy from 4 years ago does weigh on us. But we've washed our hands of the matter.
Well, you say that, yet I can't help circling back to the same question. Why would the head of a school hire detectives to monitor his students in secret? Potentially even out of pocket.
من جد.
Well, for one thing, it would reflect poorly on our institution were I to openly suspect our students. Then there's the issue of bullying being recorded and shared online. You know what kind of firestorm that can cause. I should mention I'm the one who takes the fall for it. My own privacy be damned. So of course I would opt for secrecy.
That's fair. But what that still doesn't answer is why this is happening now.
I'm not sure I follow.
يب أكيد في شي صار. إيش هذا؟ يلا نحط صورة ده.
Could this be what riled you up?
But this is...
This is footage of Akihiro Ihara 2 months ago, captured up in Tokyo. The man was an active duty police officer, so of course it made the rounds in the media. But you already knew all that. After all, he's the one who sued your school on account of what his son endured here. Bullying that led to suicide.
Well, that's undeniable.
And now that he's in the spotlight, any more problems at Seiryo would lead people to start connecting the dots.
Yep, من جد.
The police would dig up that suicide in no time, regardless of whatever the court had ruled. They might even reach the conclusion you had covered the whole thing up. I
من
get the
جد.
feeling that's why we're really here, to prevent another mess on your hands.
Oh, I see now. Our job's to sniff out any bullying, then you sweep it under the rug.
That's simply not true. At least, that wasn't my intention.
You sure about that? The thought never even crossed your
يقول
mind?
هذه مو نيتي
Perhaps.
إني أغفل التنمر.
The scenario you described was painfully accurate. Every time I saw Ihara-san on TV, I'd grow sick with worry that it could all boil over on us here at any moment.
I can assure you, Chairman, I'm not here to cause any trouble. I only want
جد.
to learn about Miko Shiba-kun.
In that case,
ما أنا
you
بأي
should speak
مشكلة.
with Sawa-sensei. She was his teaching mentor.
سوا.
Great.
Great.
That's my luck.
See? I should have stayed on her good side.
لا أنا ولا يقومي طاقينها ما شاء الله.
So,
لا أنا ولا
would
تاك
you
مرة.
like me to call her back here?
No, thanks. I should go see her myself.
من
A
جد.
little bit of
يلا.
smoothing over.
In that case, you may want to go downstairs and see if she's in the faculty room. She should still be on lunch.
Perfect. I've got another chance to shoot my shot.
Sorry, Kato-san, but I'm fielding this one alone. Tsukuma, you guys can clear out too.
What? You're benching all of us just like that?
I don't understand the meaning of this, Yagamishi.
If I had time to explain, I would. Just trust me on this for now.
أوكي. يعني دحين شفتوا الأحداث أنا حكيتكم إياها طبعا إنه المدرس اللي زي ما قلت لكم أنا شاكة في الأمر إنه شاف حاجة عرفتم عشان كذا صفوه. المهم دحين بنروح نشوف المدرسة هذه كانت هي تعرفه المدرسة المملة الغثيثة اللي تسوي نفسها oh my god.
I'm sorry. Did you need something, sir?
Oh, is Sawa-sensei here?
She should be back shortly. May I ask who's waiting for her?
Well, no one's special, really. I just need to have a quick word with her is all. Maybe you could tell me where her desk is?
It's right over there. The one with all the English books.
ما شاء الله تعلم بسرعة. لحظة.
What the?
ما أدري ليش أحس إنها
Suspicious.
معقولة هي صاحبة اللي انتحر؟ صورة مين اللي ورا؟
Hey.
كان صوت أستاذ؟ لو كان إنه
What
oh
are
my
you doing
god
here?
كيف أنا
I
أفكر؟
thought you'd have gone by now.
لكن لو إنه الأستاذ كان
Yes, well, I need to ask you a couple things.
معقولة كان
Such
كوبا؟
as?
Such as how close you were to Hiro Mikashiba.
What?
معقولة هيرو
I heard from Chairman Okuda you were mentoring him as a teacher. I believe this was 2 months ago?
معقولة لا 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 كب عن كذا
Why
الأفكار.
do you of all people want to know?
Did you notice anything unusual before he disappeared? Any sign of trouble he might have had?
I can't say for sure. I just stopped showing up one day. Really, that's all I know.
Is that really all you can tell me? Nothing jogging the memory?
I said that's all.
You know what, let's start over. Why don't we talk about him as a student? You were already a teacher here by then, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Back when a student here committed suicide, there were rumors online about how it could have been caused by bullying. And Mikoshiba-kun's name came up as one of the potential bullies.
Yes, but those were just rumors.
So he wasn't involved in any teasing?
I teach English, and that's what I was focused on. So as far as I knew, Mikoshiba-kun was a good student with solid grades back then. And during his time in training, I was under the impression he got along with the students just fine.
He's not the type to bully then?
I would say no.
Then why would those rumors exist in the first place?
You're asking the wrong person. 4 years ago, the court determined this school was not responsible for a bullying-related suicide.
You mean Ahara-san's lawsuit? The father of the student who died and an officer in Tokyo? He was arrested the other day. Well, I'm sure you've seen the news.
Yes, but what of it? What exactly is the point you're trying to make here?
I believe Ahara-san still thinks his son killed himself because of Mikoshiba-kun.
Let me ask you something, Yagami-san.
By all means.
What are you trying to accomplish? Didn't you finish this whole business with the chairman? If that wasn't enough, you got security called on you. You clearly have zero regard for anyone here. You should have had the sense to leave long before now.
Believe me, once I learn what I need about Mikoshiba-kun, I'm gone.
In that case, you've already got everything you need from me.
One last question. You and the chairman both mentioned how Mikoshiba-kun got along with the students here. Anyone in particular that he was close to?
The kids in the basketball club? Mikoshiba-kun was in that club back when he was a student. Apparently he was showing up to their practices.
The basketball club? That includes the gang from before, right?
Yes.
There you go.
They all spent quite a bit of time with him.
الأمر مرة مشكوك فيه.
All right. With that, I'll get out of your hair. Appreciate your time, Matt. Sawa-sensei.
Just a minute.
إيش تبغين؟
Kaito-san, you there? Tell me you're still on campus.
Are you there? Ring ding.
Decide you need me after all?
Hello.
Man, don't be
You
like
there?
that.
Are you there? You there? You there? Ring ding.
Sawa-sensei?
You mean, did I enjoy getting eviscerated by her? She hates my guts at this point. That aside, I did get some interesting intel. And that's where you come in.
Huh? What for?
I want to find those bullies in the basketball club. Think you can fly the pigeon for me?
So I do have a purpose. Ain't that something? All right then. It's drone time.
Thanks. I'll start scoping out the gymnasium.
It's show time. يلا. عاد صارت رياضة نجري فيها. البنت ليش أحسها تعرف حاجة؟
Close one. Almost got it. You're Koda-san from class 2 too, right? Basketball too?
Yeah?
You have a second? I I have some questions about a student teacher who taught classes here named Mikoshiba.
Ow! Really? Yo, you read me talk? That posse of little shitheads just went strutting into the gym with some bats.
Kaito-san, can you at least try to warn me a little sooner next time?
Why? You worried?
حسبته لابس حفاضة، حسبته لابس بامبرز هذا اللي منزل
Talking pretty big for taking a cheap shot while my back was turned.
You had it coming, shady old fuck.
Hey, you been spilling anything to this guy? I didn't say anything.
I'll fill you in. I was asking her about Mikoshiba, the student teacher who disappeared from school not too long ago. You guys know him, right? The basketball club would.
تعرفونه.
Trying to talk to us like we're your fucking friends, asshole.
I want to bash your fucking skull in. You'll die before I tell you shit.
صفقوا 1,060,000 مرة وبرضهم بجحين. بجحين مرة.
I don't mind at all. Sure. All good. But it's still gonna be pretty one-sided.
You're so full of shit. I'm gonna kick your ass.
تعال بس. يلا خلاص خلنا نضارب دول الأطفال التافهين. وي 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 كمان نجيك بصيحة. خذ أبلع. تعال جايين بعصا كمان. يا قلبي عليكم يا أطفال. تعال. وين البنديك؟ أدري يا قمي ما يصفق بنات بس أنا بصفقها. أبلع. حلوة كده تجيك بالطيارة. عاد ترى أصفق أنا أصفق البنت. يا قمي ما يصفق بنات بس أنا أصفق بنات.
You really need a better outlet for all that aggression.
Let me go! Just what on earth is going on in here?
جاية انقلع انتي.
Let's roll out.
I'm gonna do you a favor here and leave out the part about the bats.
Are you even listening?
Yes, ma'am.
أصفقها كف. صح أنا أقدر أصفقها كف. يا قمي ما يصفق بس أنا أصفق. تعالي.
Just horsing around is right.
مرة ماني طايقتها. نهائيا.
Why are you attacking defenseless students on their school property? How many times must I tell you to leave our school alone?
For what it's worth, the chairman asked me to be here.
Oh, good. Let's drag him into this. How should our chairman explain you to the mob of irate parents that will be at his door any second now? Don't worry, there's a very good reason we hired these ragtag detectives to spy on and beat up your kids.
Not the words I'd use.
If I hear anything else about you, anything, I'm going straight to the press. I'm under no obligation to cover for anyone. Oh, and your attire is atrocious. When you show up at a school, at least try to look the part. Now go home.
انقلعي غثيثة. وراها مصيبة.
I have a funny feeling I'm not wanted here. Can I talk to the chairman real quick?
ليش أحس وراها حاجة هذه البنت؟ ماني مطمنت لها.
I'm afraid Sawa-sensei's made her point clear. Perhaps it's best you take your leave, after all.
Wait, that way?
You
No. Can't we work?
Okay.
No.
That's
me again. No use.
I can't.
خلتنا نطلع من المدرسة. وراها مصيبة دام خلتني أطلع. فين أنا شك في أمرها.
Aha! Stop right there.
Huh?
إيش تبعن أنت يا البلاء؟
I knew it. Suspicion confirmed.
Can I help you?
Actually, you already have. I didn't think you'd be foolish enough to show your face around here again.
I'm sorry, but do I... Oh.
المريضة.
They always say perpetrators return to the scene of the crime. And you just proved the old adage true.
شكلها هذه تعرف شيء. لو تساعدنا دام الموقوفة حشرية يعني تعرف أشياء.
Voyeur? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your pervy little upskirt scheme. Seriously, hiding a camera under the stairs? And at your age? Shame on you, sir.
Yeah, you lost me. Now, if you don't mind, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Oh, no, you don't. I have irrefutable proof of your crime. Why, the very shoes on your feet. You're wearing the exact same sneakers as the pervert from yesterday. And don't think they'll carry you to safety today.
Okay, what is happening here? Sorry, but your evidence is my shoes? Everybody here's got shoes, young lady. In fact, I'm probably not the only person with this exact pair.
Huh. Your shoe style is merely the icing on the cake. You see, before the pervert arrived yesterday, I had covered the floor around the camera with a clear polymer that shines under black light.
Huh?
It's an oil-based substance, so it lasts a few days. Your soles are stained with it as we speak. Which means you came bumbling back to the scene of the crime, while wearing the very evidence of your misdeeds. Lamenting your misfortune already? That's what you get for crossing the Mystery Research Club of Seiryo High.
Mystery Research Club?
Now, if you'll follow me to the faculty room, monsieur.
Oh, wait, just hold on, okay?
إيش أختار؟ والله عقلي خالي من الخيارات الآن. كيف جاني النوم؟ حسيتها مملة البنت. أنفي أدلتها.
There's no way I'd have noticed an invisible substance on my shoes. I'll give you that much. But even if I did step in some mystery goop, does that really prove what you're saying? With so many people on campus, any number of them could have walked over that spot.
No, only the perpetrator stepped in the coating. I know this because I was there watching your fiasco. And of course, I had the PE teacher who was with me agree to serve as witness. Why don't you just give it up already?
Okay.
There's no escape, sir. I have even more proof of your crimes. The camera may be gone. With that, turns out were I to supply this information to the police, after all, do I therefore?
مملة.
Let's say we have a chat.
A chat?
Yeah. Now, I can't give out any details, but having the cops on me would be extremely problematic. So, I'd like to resolve this as amicably as possible. Think we can come to terms here?
I will agree to one thing only. Hearing the unadulterated truth. And make no mistake, I will not be misled by diversion, threats, bribes, sob stories. Nothing of the sort.
يهو.
Hey, look at me.
Well,
Right?
but no matter this.
Really?
If you.
ما أقدر أطلع.
Hey, what the?
أوكي حصلت الحل.
You're Kyoko Amasawa-san, right? President of the Mystery Research Club?
So what if I am?
I saw your flyer. Sounds like your club's in a tough spot.
You're not wrong. Our current advisor got married and quit teaching, and we can't find anyone else to take her spot. On top of that, the chairman's been reluctant to bring in anyone from outside, so the MRC may be in dire straits. But your arrival marks our revival. Should I turn you in as a voyeur, it would make a fine feather. It would also prove the value of the MRC, so the
Well,
يا
that
أخي
sounds
كلامك
fine,
كثير.
but the real-life logistics may not play out that way. You'll need a competent professional in your area of interest. But you think they have time for volunteer work?
When you put it that way, it does seem like a long shot.
Right? So here's my proposition. How about you make me your advisor?
You? Advise the MRC?
Why not? A Kamurocho-based detective not good enough?
You're a detective?
Oh yeah. I'm Takayuki Yagami from the Yagami Detective Agency. I was asked to come investigate your school. That's about all I can let slip.
So then, the hidden camera was for your investigation?
أوكي علمتها جزء من
I'll let you
الحقيقة
deduce
طبعا.
that yourself. Client confidentiality and all that. But I will say one thing. I'm here to stop shady business, not start it.
If he wasn't shooting up skirts, then what was he trying to see? Rather, who was he trying to see? Who put him up to it?
Listen, I don't mean to interrupt, but hello? As
من
I was
جد
trying to
خلاص
not
يا
done
بنت.
here by a long shot. One of your teachers is bent on seeing me gone.
نضيع وقتي والله العظيم.
Who?
Sawa-sensei. She thinks I have no business being here, and frankly, it's been hard to prove her wrong. But if I were to advise your club, it'd be all the reason I need to stay on campus. So what do you think? It's a win-win situation, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if it's experience you want, believe me, I've been around the block when it comes to mysteries.
I believe I understand. The purpose you stated for being here does fit the circumstances better than my original theory. But I will not be persuaded so easily. So, I propose a test.
A test?
Right this way, please.
What? Hey!
يا الله تبى منه اختبار ذا الورعة. والله اديته دبجة ضغط ظهره. شوفوا محل الكلاب حقهم حتى. يا لطيف. Oh my god.
Who's this, sis?
This is Yagami-san, our new advisor candidate. However, I intend to test him first. See if he's legitimate.
Fine by me. I'm Kento Amasawa, Kyoko's younger brother. Also the MRC's bodyguard. Your sister's as nosy as mine. You've got to step up your game to keep her safe.
Please have a seat,
Good.
Yagami-san.
After you.
Oh, how kind of
الله أها لطيف.
So, Amasawa-san, back to the topic at hand here.
Could you?
So primary bud and by
والله مو مهتمة متى سويت الكلاب يا روحي.
So
that I'd then we'll either actually Yagami-san, have you ever heard of a sugar baby?
Huh? You mean a younger girl getting paid to date an older guy?
You know it. Now our current case involves one such. It seemed unfortunate.
Oh, well, I understand.
The issue,
يا
well,
الله.
she gets
Okay, I mean-
your
لا 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 لا.
Yeah.
I think after
In any case, now that the situation's clear, I'd like to get on with the test. Just tell me where to start, and I'll be there.
it is said that the great Sherlock from
So,
Yep, you're
wait.
if it goes
يا الله كلام كثير. ما أبغى عن هذه القضية، أبغى قضية الأساسية، التفاهة ذي أنا ما أبغاها. هذه البنت نشبت لنا نشبة. وبس هذا راح يكون نهاية مقطعنا لليوم. لا تنسوا اللايك والاشتراك في قناتي، وأتمنى عجبكم الفيديو، وشكرا لكم وباي.